Checka. 1, 2. What's going on, everyone? What up? Give me a moment. I am waiting for everything to... There we go. We got some... Damn, my thing off or something? Oh. No, that would be why. That would be why. Alright, what's going on, everyone? I am just going to get this in the Discord. Go get running today. Got a lot going on. See, hit refresh over here. There we go. Copy link address. Paste this in Discord. And I should also put the title in, right? Yeah. Let's... it's gonna be a pin. Yeah, I can do it from here. One moment, y'all. Plus, I'll give everybody a chance if whoever wants to log in, to log on in. Enter. There we go. What's going on, everyone? My name is J Tragic Jeffrey. Welcome to CryptoPlunder, ToxicThoughts, where I kind of go through my days. You get to see what I see. You get to hear how I'm kind of shot calling my business strategies for Toxic Hustle, and something hit my radar as far as the news, and I've been watching inflation in general, and what inflation is in its basic understanding of how you can feel it, not really just so you can feel it, because you have to feel it. It's when you go to the store and what you paid for last year, how much you spent on it, isn't the same. It seems as if you're spending more, as if all the prices are going up on you. Now, that's just inflation. Now, the government won't immediately, like the Fed or whomever controls the narrative of inflation as a economic means. See, what gets shuttled underneath the radar is the business owner's expenses and the fact that they've got to push it to somebody else, right? That's just the way these things roll. So they're playing with math, and they're playing as dumb. And it's kind of frustrating because I'm only understanding how dumb I am financially. Even someone that's running a business, I've now realized how many other CEOs are running stupid. To no other fault than we're all following the same business model as business owners. Except you're starting to see a few CEOs make pivots. Michael Saylor's one of those. MicroStrategy, in which he's taking business debt and flipping it into crypto, right? He's buying Bitcoin on top of Bitcoin on top of Bitcoin, which is cool. I get it. It's a great hedge. If you want to hedge on one, you can hedge on that, but that's not a business. That's him it's a spec and grab. He's going to be one of those big fish in the water, and he's going to be able to control the water, and he'll be playing in the narrative with everybody else in a minute. Everybody's going to tout him as a hero, and in the future, we'll see how that plays out, right? Because when he's ready to sell said crypto, he's going to sell it. So while everybody's happy at everybody who's buying Bitcoin, I'm the one that's like, okay, wait, let's deal with the after effects. We're going to have dips. It's going to cause shakeouts. We're going through one now. Then when they finish accumulating and they feel all happy of where things are going to go, then they'll let it trickle up a little bit. Then they'll use news or whatever to push it back down. We know the game. We know the goal, right? So my hustle today in dealing with this inflation that we're beginning to already see in our pocket, and I'm experiencing it with multiple businesses that I do consultations for. Multiple businesses I'm talking to, and they're in different realms, right? So everybody, like, I treat a business as every single one of us are a business. If you don't realize that, then I don't know how you're gonna survive. Because if you think you're an employee, that's the worst thing to be. Even when I worked at a job, no matter what job I went to, I always considered myself self-employed, because at any given point they could fire me and I'd need to figure something out, or if they are not treating me right, I could step. I'm out. All right. I'm taking my tech with me. I'm taking my skills to whatever city I wanted to go to. Then it's just putting out your resume, playing the game. Making sure you're packing your resume while you're working at the company that you're working for with doing something. So if you're in graphics or if you're in coding or development, develop things on your own. Don't just work 9 to 5. Work from 8 to 11 or 12. Get the work in on your off hours to do things for yourself, because at the end of the day, if they let you go, what are you gonna do, right? And then now we had people are being let go and systems are being created that are going to be very automated. So the pivot now is, what are you learning about robotics? Real talk. Like, we got to think of these things like hustles. Everything is a hustle. You just got to learn new-ish, and it's just another language or slangwage, right? So we just got to pivot. We got to look at long-term-ish, right? So, like, okay, short-term cash, long-term cash. I could do short-term cash, but make a lot of money, and then have to try to flip that, right? Or and then pray that short, if I'm doing a short-term play, that it's not in an illegal format, because if it is, that might be real short-term cash, because it's like you might get a big surge, but then at the same time, it could go south on you and you could be doing time or doing whatever, right? If you're doing those types of businesses. But if we're looking at capital, what is really long capital? What is really fast capital? There's no real truth in fast cash except for what you can make for yourself. So fast cash could be flipping a product, right? So you could take a product, see there's a demand for it, and flip the product. And that's all you're doing, is just finding a flip, right? You find something to flip. Some people flip homes. Some people flip cars, right? They know how to repair cars, so they'll flip it. Some people can take miscellaneous items, make something new out of them, and they'll sell them on Etsy. Flip. Like the whole services and crafts services, right? Making crafts and items. Even in the spiritual realm, people that sell rocks, stones, jewels, herbs. So there's always some other thing that can be done. Just how is it being done? What does your customer service look like? How long term can it be? Can you scale? Right? If you got something good, then you want to scale it. And then it's in that thought process that now you're thinking a business for the next year, 2, 5. You're going to be building that thought process like that. Like, okay, now I'm thinking this long range, 5 years. All right, so if I'm really thinking that way, what's next year look like? Do I feel in my heart that with all the money printing that's been going on, that I'm going to not feel that as far as my spending? I'm not going to feel that with taxes on raising and taxes on other items and shipping costs and all these other things. I'm going to feel it somehow. Or I'm just unemployed and I'm struggling, which is what a lot of families are experiencing right now. And as I told you, I look through the news in multiple industries, multiple segments, and I just get a top view survey of that. And then I balance it out to say, okay, what industry is popping? Which ones are falling out of favor? Where are we heading towards? We got to run with the current, right? If you're running with the bulls, you got to be running with the bulls. You got to be in the right direction. You try to run against that, you get horned. You get gouged. So what's in your wallet? That's the talk today. And that's just not the wallet that you spend with. Do you have a strategy that if you don't have a job right now, do you have a strategy to be able to position yourself into one by the end of summer? You know, summer hires are after summer, there's always those fall hires, right? November, December is a good time in tech to get hired. I gotten hired in January. I've gotten hired in spring. I've gotten hired in, I mean, there's always hirings, but it's just where are you positioned into to be able to at least, I mean, again, we're chasing currents. Cash flow is a very, very, I don't want to say windy, but cash flow is like water, almost navigating at speeds we can't even comprehend. And there's so much around us. We just need to start figuring the best way to funnel into it. Because you can't stop it. And you can't put your hand up because you'll get your hand shot off. Because there's lots of moving parts happening, a lot of hardware, a lot of infrastructure plays happening. And it's not silent. Like, we're seeing billions being thrown at an industry. We see it. Do we think on the side of tech, though? Are we thinking on the same lines of everybody else, or are we just getting into fanciful stuff? I don't like my money to be playing in fits of fancy. Richest Man in Babylon's a good book. Keeps you very secure with that. It lets you know what the laws of money are. And there are laws to it. And one of those is, I don't trust it to people that are inexperienced in its keep. I was inexperienced in this game 3 years ago. I'm more experienced now because I know what I'm looking for. I know what exchanges I'll even bother hunting on. I also realize that I have to build my own tools because what I'm asking for is almost as if nobody else is looking for. Simplistic shit. So I gotta build that. So in needing to build my own financial tools, I gotta start thinking about a business for Toxic Hustle. Serendipity. How does Toxic Hustle survive when in a world where it needs to be reliant on how you get business cheap for your customers? So what are my customers? Who are my customers, right? Well, instead of me worrying about websites, I'm going to worry about data structures, being the data back end for applications or helping people get their applications to scale at data levels. Like, we got to understand, like, building websites like we used to build serve no purpose anymore. I'm a web developer saying this. I'm a web designer saying this. I remember when Internet Explorer was like 1 point something. Like, this game shifts on you. It shifted on me in 2015, December 2015. I was lost. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do now financially. Because I don't think my company's going to need a web developer in the next year. And sure enough, I got laid off in 2016. And told my girl I'm having a crisis of faith because I'm like, yo, what am I going to do? I'm no longer a web developer. What the hell am I? I have to relearn everything. And then right as it was 2016 to 2017. Right at that 2017 run, I was still shuffling around trying to figure things out. Working for my girl. And still trying to figure things out. And then this whole crypto run comes in, and then all of a sudden, I had clients again. I was still doing the same thing. I was still doing graphics. I was still doing web work, getting websites up. People needed websites. So I was still getting work off. So again, when this season shifts and the money comes back in after the July run up, which we'll talk about in a bit. After this season shifts up, money's gonna flood in. Projects are gonna be launching, brand new projects, whatever. So if you're in, if you got music and everything, or you do design, or you do graphics, or you do code, or you do web, it's gonna be a rush. That's why I'm getting prepared now. I'm trying to get my data infrastructure in place now. I want to get my automatic promotion systems ready now. That's why I'm starting to code now. I'm getting all my stuff in play just to be able to ride the wave of getting out content through this rush. But then when everything dies back down next year, because I always want to bring us back down to business, because it's going to get insane. I've been through the cycle. It's going to get insane. And everything's going to seem like everything wins. That's why I know we're not at the top yet. I was still in due diligence mode. I'm still hunting. No, when you're in the rush, when you're in the final real run of a Bitcoin bull run, oh, no. Everything is moving up. There is nothing crashing unless they are pure crap coins. There are Ponzi's everywhere. Everything looks like it could make money. You can't lose in anything. Everyone's a genius. Because they're making 1,000 here, 1,000 there, 10. Then all of a sudden, poof, the market just bottoms out underneath you and then just keeps free falling. That is a bull cycle. We haven't even felt that yet. And then after all of that feeling is done, then there's this long, cold drought. Information is boring. Tech is boring. Nothing's going on that matters. But this time around, we have applications that can be built. Time to start thinking about businesses. Especially since we're dealing with inflation. So we're going to get into it, right? Hyperinflation. Why am I even talking about this? Because in the Discord, and let me bring that over to this screen. In the Discord, I wasn't able to do any recording yesterday. I had some family issues to take care of, and fam comes first. And I thought I could record in the evening time, but then by the end of the day, me trying to just get caught up in just investments and finishing up some due diligence work that I have to do, and still trying to lock down understanding 2 leads for other data structures I might want to get in on, or networks I might want to get in on, because there's these networks bubbling up that are doing like thousands of transactions a second that are cheap, and people are building on it, and they're different programming languages. So I'm trying to look and see which one's going to win, because again, I'm looking for the lead programming language that's going to lead a lot of developers onto the blockchain network next cycle making money. It has to happen. It has to now. Like, we're at the edge now that it makes feasible sense, because I'm already seeing it with Matic. I already got one. Matic's number 1. But I'm not ready to hedge everything on the one thing. I'm still doing due diligence. I want to find at least 2 to 3. I would love 5, a top 5 data structures that I want to work in. Dot, Polygon might be one. Not Polygon, excuse me. What is it? Is it? Matic is Polygon. Polkadot. That's with a P. Polkadot is the next one I might look at as well. There's a few others that I am kind of... I can pull up my screen. Hold on. Just so you can see that I'm still in research mode. So I'm going to pull this one. This is one of the ones I'm looking at now, which is Alchemy. And that you can build on, you can build your app. Docs is using it, Aave, Sushi Swap. So you have a programming structure to really work more than just, it's more than just this one little thing of a chain. It's a lot of other things integrated. So I'm still trying to figure this out because there's some interesting projects out here. Some definitely interesting projects out here, and I don't want to lock down to one only. But as I was doing that, I was going through some videos, and one of the developers had put something up, and it was like a Twitter, it was like a post that linked to a Twitter something the other, and I saw that and clicked into it, and it led me on this thing for basically what's going on in Iran. Plus, I was also looking at cryptocurrency, some other cryptocurrency news, so I know my AI, as far as my algorithm, is probably also targeting some other stuff. But one of the things that I saw was this video on just how much is being spent for like milk. Like for us, it'd be like still seemingly around the same price, but in their world currency, it's hearing like 100,000 and 5,000. You're getting a house for $1 million of their currency. That's crazy, man. So I thought, you know what? That can't be the only situation. It can't be. So part of today and something that I'm going to start introducing is like live search, like live research, where I haven't been doing it. MG kind of does what's called 3 a.m. And this is not really 3 a.m. stuff, but at the same time, kind of is, right? So I did pull some news up that I saw. Before we get into, let's do crypto first, and then we'll talk about the inflation stuff, because this all leads into it, because the data is already, the news that's coming in through the AIs that I have set up have been pretty much just pulling the same data, and I'm trying to throw new data at it. I'm trying to get things from outside some of my core streams so that I can put some new stuff in here so they can find some new resources for a lot of the topics that we'll pull up. Mid-East joins Bitcoin craze with the first Dubai crypto listing. So again, the Middle East in crypto, right? Why? Again, hyperinflation and things that are going on because of sanctions have caused other countries to get tired of America's hold on their technology, their cash flow reserves, their whatever. So it's getting to the point now where we're seeing that other countries are realizing, you know what? This is beginning to look more and more like an escape out of America's idealisms. And for it. I'm all for everybody playing on an even playing field. Again, we can throw any hypothesis we want on anything going on in crypto and say whatever spooky boogeyman-ish we want to come up with. Thing is, you got access to the same code, download it, learn the code, or if you don't know how to code, or peer review it like everybody else can. If there's something you don't like, you split it off, you do something else. People do that all the time. Right? So that's what's happening. So while I say Bitcoin is a great thing, I want you to start putting a germ in the back of your mind. Just put one in the back of your mind. that it's in every country's best interest to have their own coin based off of its own processing power. Because then you're now having your citizenship contribute to transactions per second. Now you have a viable reason for populace. At least that's what's in my head, right? As a strategy. I've got to look at it and say, how do I help an economy get formed? Well, how do I make one for myself? Do I see a future for me where I can make a lamp and put some small device in it that could mine a cryptocurrency? Yes. And if I know that's going to be a feasible thing, I'm using my energy to do transactions per second. It could do things for my company, right? So then I start thinking for my company is why would I need to be able to automate or do stuff? Well, I need to get video made. I need to maybe have an API that runs data sets on the back end. Maybe I need transcription services, and I'm tired of paying all these high transcription fees, and there's a great algorithm that's out there that's a cryptocurrency, and I can just run it through that, and it's cheaper than anything else out there. That's what we got to start looking at as blockchain starts reducing the idiots that are controlling big companies. When people realize that a DAO is now a corporation, and they treat their corporation with respect, and they treat the people that contribute revenue to the DAO as real shareholders. Yeah, you can buy crypto anywhere in the world. That doesn't really make you a shareholder unless you start staking it or doing something in the system. So now that's why I'm looking for system coins, because we got to start looking at whose system is going to be over the US dollar throughout the next 5 years. Y'all vibing me? Y'all vibe with me now? That's what I look at when I look at CoinGecko, or if you go to CoinMarketCap. I need y'all to understand that we've got to look at whose currency will be above the dollar. Do I think getting in right now, just my personal thought from my own personal pocket, because I'm not in yours. I'm not a financial advisor. I have no paper contracts that tell me I'm supposed to keep you out of money. I just want you to think about it. If right now, this is the lowest time since here, and then, yeah, I told y'all, if you listen to me, I've been saying, I even told people around me, 28 will get touched again. I said I needed at least to touch 28 one more time. Boop, it touched it. Because I understand this market now. I understand Bitcoin is a breathing thing. It has to breathe. It breathes different because it has something called a halvening event. It's disruptive. It shakes up the system. It makes you have to reinvest in it. It makes you have to do something to stay around or get the hell on. And somebody will figure out some way to make money in it, even as the hash rate is falling. So then what's my play? Well, my play, when the crash happens, and it will, 2020, at the end of this year, when the run is over, I'm hedging on hardware. I'm going to take the profits. I'm going to start looking at hardware. And then I'm going to start looking at locations. And then I'm going to start looking at, hey, is there a way to build a farm? Can I build my own Bitcoin mining farm? I just need a building. I just need See? Now I can start taking some digital assets and putting them into physical properties and increasing the value of said properties with the assets tied to said building, increasing its value and worth. And because I'm part of the infrastructure of the new incoming internet, of course, I want to have multiple data centers. You get it? Now, of course, I want to be able to scale up to do that, but I also want it to be able to be something that anybody can do anywhere so that it stays open. That if I want to build if I want to turn micro homes into data centers, right? Where we start looking at real estate different. See, real estate's got to flip because real estate needs to, you know, jack in, get online. Our old real estate ideas are old. How we make money is old, right? And then if we even think about the stupid whatever we're going to infect ourselves with to numb the pain ideal of a market being a long-term strategy, well, we should have been gave that one up. I know it's what we have to play because we have to play it, but we don't really have to play it if we got a phone. As long as you got a phone, you ain't got to play that game. You connected to an internet? You got service? Okay. You can play a game. It's called research and development on yourself. Change who you are. You got YouTube. Start learning something digitally. Learn how to produce. Then make music to be inside multiverses, multiple video games. Earn inside crypto. Make sense? No? Yeah? No? No? Yeah? No? And I'm looking for anything that's over the US dollar. Or if not, then I have Tether or I have USDC as a stable coin to be able to get my dollars in and out. So I can play any of these goals, doing data for any of these things. I'm going to try to figure out how to get into a data-driven game. And of course, I'm not doing it by myself. I'm trying to at least show y'all. But when you see the Mideast joining into this quote-unquote craze, please understand, I do not look at the news as if this is an investment strategy. I look at the news and I'm looking for infrastructure plays. Is a building involved? Do I need to wire the building? Is it a commercial building? How many people can I employ to maintain these systems? Or can we come up with some type of franchising thing or no, maybe I have to concentrate on security, so no, I have to do it. See what I'm saying? Now I have to think of it as an industry. Maybe I have to hire employees. Now I have to, hiring. Creating jobs. And we're doing it in a market because that's shaping itself out to say, build my data centers and put applications on top of me. Okay. Is that not what my clients needed beforehand? Are they not in the Apple iStore? Are they not in the are they not on Android? Don't they have applications that in time, I'm not saying this cycle or even next cycle, but I'm saying if we're concentrating on infrastructure for the next few years and we see that's the direction, we've got multiple plays. There's a lot of plays to play. A lot of them are physical. Real estate being one, commercial and private real estate. How many private real estates can you now flip into new types of distributed properties? Like, you know how people will take homes and like turn them into like they'll like grow marijuana out of it? Well, now there's homes that they're souping up, getting strong for electricity, and basically mining out of. And that the house makes more money with nobody in it than with somebody in it. Get it? What if you put somebody in it? Now, what if you put somebody in it and you train them? Now, if you had an educational resource, you could basically start wiping out homelessness, couldn't you? Because all the properties should be able to make money on their own, shouldn't they? if they're part of the data structure. Isn't that the new oil? We talked about that already. See, they want to play their games and they don't want you to see that they don't have no other play for us. That's why all the countries are already dipping. We have to start dipping in our own head and saying, do I really want to be tied only to the dollar? I mean, stocks are still tied to $1. I'm still going to get fiat in my bank account. My wallet is my wallet, especially if I take it off an exchange. My money's my money. If I have the wallet and it's in my control and I'm not on a physical exchange, well, now my exchange is just there for my robots to play. My wallet's my wallet. It's amorphous. It moves with me. I'm not tied to one currency or one country or one code. And I only need to now invest in the places that are doing something for my business. Who's the next YouTube that I can get paid streaming my ish? Bloop. Sorry, YouTube. But I'm not sorry. Act right. Who's the next search engine I can use that I get paid to do my searches there and it's just as good, if not getting better over time? Bloop, I'll go there. Where's my next browser? Bloop, I'll go there. And I'm starting to make those pivots and I'm starting to make those decisions and I'm starting to get my sites to start looking that way. That's the reason why I took a step back from releasing information about the presentation that I wanted to do. That's why I stopped working on Toxic Hustle, because I'm looking at the data structure, because I might just jettison WordPress and go straight blockchain and just skip a beat. And now what happens? Because I'm already programming my own stuff for my own needs, now can't I get a job at the end of the year? Because I have multiple or a major project that somebody can look at and say, oh crap, you did what? Okay. Or if I want clients, right? Even if I don't want to go that route and I want clients, I can build. Right now what I'm doing is I'm building a distribution system that's scalable, that I can distribute not only my content throughout the multiverses, but I can distribute multiple people throughout the multiverses, including re-uploading stuff. So like, I want to take MG's shit and put it on the freaking blockchain. Booyah! Let's start making money, right? Get MG to, where's your wallet, MG? All right, boom, let's look this up. All right, let's go. Right? Distribute. And then get it into other distribution networks and say, hey, where's your wallet? All right, look, this is what we've earned on it. Here you go. And just keep feeding bruh hair money. Or whomever in the tribe has content. It's not just him. It's musical geniuses, not genie. So where are the rest of our businesses? Where are the rest of our ideas? Where's the rest of our cash lane? For real. There is way too much money about to be made in this industry. You see what the internet's made. It's $1 trillion industry, period. Blockchain will be on magnitude more than that, because we're going to be dealing with micro multiverse. Like we're talking about universes within universes within universes. Like games that are just that can be built to make games that can be built to make games within games within games within games. Like you could be in a game, playing a pinball machine inside the game. Like that's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. And I've been here already. That's why I know I sound insane at times, but y'all gotta understand my excitement comes from I lived Second Life. That was before Bitcoin. I already been in a virtual cryptocurrency. Already been paid to PayPal before. I've seen this game, been here. I already know how big this gets. This gets insane. That's why I'm doing all these shows again. And that's why I talk about, yo, it's after this shit. Like, this thing's gonna get crazy. The run's gonna get crazy. There's gonna be so much money that gets flown in here. Fuck all that. Excuse me. Buck all that. Right? It's the next 2 years of development that's important. It's what you have in the next 2 years after this rush. 2024 starts the next cycle. That is the starting line. When you see and hear the next Bitcoin halvings getting ready to come, that's the next cycle. I just want to get through this one so I can get ready. Because I wasn't ready for the last crypto winter. I was lost. That was my first season. That's why I'm preparing y'all. Like, look, this is my mind right now. I'm dumping it on y'all. Like, all the other people that are in crypto are talking to y'all like, here's this coin, here's this coin, here's this coin, here's this coin. I'm talking straight business. I ain't got time for like looking for every freaking coin in the world unless it's going to suit my purposes of building something next year. Can I build an app starting this year that leads me into maybe doing some networking deals or some partnerships, or even just being a data provider, and that earns me so much damn money because I'm providing data for multiple applications. And I might be on the development of those same applications. So I'm gonna blockchain developer. Y'all go look up them prices. How much how much people are getting paid to be blockchain developers right now. Then go look up somebody doing WordPress and see if which one you want to be. All right, Paraguay or Guay. Apologize if I'm messing it up. University to accept Bitcoin. All universities are going to accept it. You'll be dumb not to. Again, you need to get off of the old currency, right? The fiat don't work. Fiat is printed on work. Nobody's really working. Systems are going to be automated. How we make money is going to be creative. We're going into a gig economy. So what you do what you do and how long you do it is pretty much how you get paid. Then it's really how you work your business to scale. If you don't work your business to be able to be scalable, then you're going to be working a lot of hours. Believe you me, I know. I lived the Fiverr freelancer lifestyle. That's what happened when I lost my job. First few videos on Instagram. And then I gave up on that crap. I was like, yo, I'm going to be working like this forever. And then I found out driving Uber and Lyft was the same damn thing. 12, 14 hours on your ass. So I was like, well, if I'm going to sit 12, 14 hours on my ass anyway, I might as well build something for myself that's scalable. And I've been working on that since 2019. Started thinking on it in 2019 when I was working for a client. Hammered it out during Rona after I left the client. Hammered it out. Tested in a few scenarios and it kept breaking. Now, the last piece I needed was a database, and I'm working on that now. Data structure. I have the automation. I have everything I need to scale up video, scale up marketing, scale up promotion, transcripts. Yeah, I'm talking, y'all don't get it. I've got a system that's going to roll the fudge out. And I'm just right now just needing the data because it's too expensive to be on Amazon with this shit. And Microsoft, y'all stupid. Y'all killed yourselves. Y'all shot yourself in the foot. You would have had me as a client. You still don't get it. You still are on that BS. And that's why it's outsourced again. I found I found the tools that are like the WordPress of the next stage of development. I already showed y'all. We won't harp on it. It's in the videos. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It starts with a W. does Node.js. And Node.js is what can build blockchain. Then it's just skinning it up. Oh, Lord. And then you can connect to APIs. Oh, Lord. Telling y'all don't understand what's coming. Broadcasting at scale is the only thing we got left. Independent businesses that are just independent businesses will get drowned out by networks. Sorry. That's just, the network effect is always a network effect. But we can't look at social networks as our next move. Like the next, what's going to be the next Facebook? That's over. Like there'll always be another channel, and another channel will pop up. No different than cable networks. You know, that's what you become. You've become the entertainment. You are the cable network. Hold on. All right. You are the cable network. You are your own entertainment. You're just entertaining yourselves at this point. How long you spent on TikTok? That's proof of it right there. Or YouTube or Instagram or whatever. I entertain myself with how-to videos all day. But I'm trying to get myself in position. I know I'm going to be on blockchain working next year. Period. Whether it's for my company, the company that I'm working for, the companies I'm working with, the consultations I'll do. Companies will just want to be on blockchain just because they can say they're on blockchain. Just so they think it's going to make them some extra money on the stock market. I'm telling you. It's going to be a thing. So, and I think it's already a thing. A lot of them are doing it now. I mean, MicroStrategy, bang, it's already a thing. Sorry. But he's smart. You can invest in it and still make the money. Data shows derivatives had little to do with Bitcoin's drop. Of course not. Manipulations on the back end, which we'll look at in a second. China's crypto meltdown, Bitmain halts rig sales. They're trying to stabilize out the hardware. What they're gonna do is, and this is BS. I'm telling y'all this is BS. Look, what just happened? Let's put it all together, right? They can't keep. Didn't I tell you 73,000 Bitcoin miners are going to go into Texas? How are they going to do that? Where are they going to get 73,000 miners? Huh? Wouldn't you have to stop production to other people to make things like that happen before the next run up? Man, they play us dumb. This is why you don't get rid of your asset. Scarcity is scarcity. You don't know when they're going to pull gold out of the ground. And if that's the only thing that we're basing most of our fiat on, if they're on the gold standard, which we're not, we're on the debt standard. We're going to just keep printing money for nobody that's working because, it's all for all legal debt tendered. But if nobody's working, then how can you tend to the debt? Right? Type bullshit things. Aguan. That's what we have to deal with. And now, when I tell you, you got to see where it go. Israel's central bank to use Ethereum's blockchain tech for the digital shekel. Come on now. What? You didn't think this was going digital? Huh? You didn't think we were going to get digital cash? Huh? You didn't think everybody's going to go... What else do you have for your populace? I'll ask you again, what new industry is there? What are we going to get into? See, we went from warehouses to office floors with computer desks. Now everybody has a computer at their house. They don't need you in the house for that. And some of the mundane dronery they had you do, they can now have a computer do without you. So what's in your wallet? Whom are you working with? What technologies are you which companies are you working for? Well, what companies are getting bank funding? Then start working for those damn companies. Duh. Right? Doesn't that make somewhat sense? Just a little bit of somewhat sense. Money in crypto, it's going to trickle down to somebody. I just need to figure out where to program. I just got to figure out where to program. And I can get paid. We're digital. You're either programming or you're utilizing. You've got 3 games to play. You can play the hardware game. That's one of the games I'm playing spring. Once all this stuff goes down, because it's going to go down, people are going to be buying stuff in September, y'all. At the peak of this market cycle. Mark my words. Go back to this video. I'm calling my shots. Like, the reason why I'm even here now is to prove I can call my shots. Just so I have it on record. Because I've been doing it privately. But I can't say, well, just ask dun them over there. Can't do that. No. Right now, no. See, that's why I have the transcription services, because then I'll be able to put a search engine behind that, and I'll be able to search for keywords, and then I'll be able to provably prove the shite I say. Hence why I want data. See, I'm building out everything I need for me. But with that, I build tools that can work for you. If they work for me, I'm in multiple industries and I'm building something that's multifaceted. Because I understand every country is going to have a digital coin and they're backing theirs behind Ethereum. Why? Because Vitalik Buterin works with Putin. And I believe he's Jewish. So there's always that. I'm almost guaranteedly sure he is. Hold on. Make sure. Oh, my internet wanna act up. It don't want me to be great, as MG says. Yup, it is trying to kill my stream. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I start saying. Shutting down my streets. Oh, I didn't want all that. No. Boo 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 boo. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Uh-huh. Alright, I'll remove him from the screen. You gonna let me finish my stream? YouTube? I'm still waiting. I'm gonna see whether or not this thing is gonna actually sync back up. It don't like me talking about it, so it's trying to shut me down. Damn, I don't even have enough people in my life, in my stream, for it to even be cared, man. For real. You're really. There we go. Now let's see how far behind we are. Let's see how far. I'm just checking some things. I don't know if my things are still going or not. It says that it is, but I can't tell right now. Yeah, it's like extremely behind if that's the case. If I'm supposedly recording still. Yeah, now it want to be, yeah, exactly. And it still ain't changed my screen. It still ain't done. It's still not trying to make me great. Still not gonna let me be great out here. Trying to see if this thing is working. Trying to see if I'm still alive. It hates me. Hey, it hates me. Maybe I should move the flag down. Maybe they'll let my stream go. Alright, looks like they're gonna let my stream go now. Let me see. I'm waiting for it to just scroll my screen so that I know that it actually is working. Sorry, y'all. You know, you start talking about some things. Yeah, it's acting up. Yep, I can see I am extremely lagging. Alright. I don't know whether or not I should just keep going or what. Let me see. Hold on. Trying to see if this thing is okay. It looks like we're running. I mean, I guess it is lagged substantially behind now. All right, so yeah, Digital Shackle. That's all I got to say on that one. We're gonna move on. PayPal, Visa lead massive 300 million investment in blockchain capital. See, PayPal, Visa, blockchain capital investments are coming into the space fast. And that's why I'm looking at this long term. The same thing that happened with the internet. Same crap, right? Financial investments come in from institutional investors. Institutional investors start buying up everything, right? Then they start forcing companies to crush down, and basically it's all about a purchasing game. Then they're going to try to lock up all the things into patents and all the other crap. But the problem is that this is again a decentralized tech, right? Open source tech. So they're going to have to try to ride these rivers kind of outside of it, or they're going to have to try to build it slow within their own walls, unless they come up with some type of consensus crap that people will, sell, give their crypto to that crap. I don't know. I don't think that banks, countries, companies, big companies, old companies can work the way they work. I think that that's dead. I think that whole business model is dead. I think you either pivot and become the new realm of business transactions, or the next realm of business infrastructure, or the next realm of business services, or you're going to be left behind. So hedge fund that shorted GameStop closes. Yeah, people are getting pushed out of their positions on the stock market, and we're gonna start seeing a lot of hedge funds get shut down because there's some new laws. I can't talk on it now because I'm still trying to read up on one of them, but it's going to affect. It's already in effect. It actually got passed on the 21st. I want to say, they passed a law that's now going to make hedge funds. You're going to make hedge funds tell their balances every minute. And if they don't tell their balance every minute and they're over leveraged, they will immediately liquidate them and force them to have to pay it within 1 hour. Because they don't want they're so pissed that people were able to make the market like they did what they did with the internet and bashed them in the head, that now these guys, these hedge funds are running. They're gonna run out. They're done. A lot of these hedge funds are gonna be gone, and that's gonna be also a lot of companies are gonna pivot over to blockchain. They've already pivoted. A lot of those old hedge funds guys, which not old, I'll say, A lot of the hedge fund guys from the last 5 years have already moved to crypto. In fact, they're behind some of the DeFi things that are happening now. And DeFi is becoming very mathematically driven, which will then give them the tools necessary to manipulate the market even further. So we already know we got market manipulation just from holding and having transparency in wallets. They're trying to shift that away. That's what this new privacy protocol is coming out. That's why I hope that Bitcoin within the next cycle maybe stops controlling the cycle. Just a thought. Brave takes aim at Google with privacy protecting search engine beta. Just said that. I saw it. I'd seen it. It was on my radar. That there are search engines now that are going to be completely autonomous. So now Brave is looking good. I'm going to start looking at that token and see how you earn with it, what you do with it, how you pay ads over there. Yeah, right? Start looking at things like that. Those are all opportunities that are eyeballs. My goal is, how do I get things in front of eyeballs, right? That's my job. So those are eyeballs. So I'm looking at Brave for that, for marketing, for being able to put advertising there, and to also have a private browser. Yeah. New Bank of America report says digital currencies could boost economic growth. Could. Really? Yeah. Okay. That's why they're the new Bank of America, right? Because the old Bank of America wasn't good enough. Automated market making are dead. Yeah, NetFlow Coin, the first decentralized internet application platform. I think this is a sponsored post. I'm going to look into it, though. I'm always looking at, again, internet application platforms. Always platforms. Whatever platforms you can get on, that thing sit. Whatever code sits on, start laying some sprinkle on it. Wherever code's gonna be sitting. I'm not saying this. I'm just saying that I'm looking at protocols, like who's like, I'm not looking at anything new. It better be working now. It better be doing stuff now. It better be being used now. We ain't got time for hypotheticals. That can be next season. But by then, are they even necessary, right? So whoever's in a data play for you should be playing right now. They should be in play right now. Let's look at the some of the news that's coming out from one of our AIs, Leo over here. Wealthiest Dogecoin whale loses over 17 billion. Wow. I don't know why. I'm not gonna read into it because I don't really care. But yeah, you can lose your shirt. Probably didn't sell. Hold on, let me see. Did you just not sell? Dressful, circulated, The owner last month was rife, blah blah blah. Who knows? I don't know what the hell that is. Norwegian financial regulator cautions about Bitcoin investing. Of course, they're gonna caution you. Of course. For no other reason than that's their job. Their job is to tell you to be careful. Let's see. Let's see what these supposed altcoins are. I like looking at Akash Network. Yeah. That is an interesting play. That is an interesting play right there. Yeah, they're going after Amazon Web. See, Amazon Web Services. I'm telling you, man. I'm looking at everything that's dealing with trying to be the next Amazon. Because Amazon is ripe for disruption. Ripe. I don't care about that. Trader who accurately called massive Bitcoin rally says he'll enter crypto markets when one on-chain metric flips. What metrics does he care about? Hash rate, hash rate, hash rate. Is that what he's looking at? Hash rate? Hash rate, hash rate. Looks like it's hash rate. Seems to be on the only, yeah, hash rate recovery. That's what he's working. Yeah, so he's looking for this. So you see what I show you? What I show you when you watch me. What do we go through? And I'll tell you, yeah, this thing's still falling. Okay, yeah, we're still not done yet. Right? Then we'll look at this and say, okay, it's curve consumption energy. All right, I'm not worried about that because it should have dropped. Hash rate dropped. It should have dropped. Miners are turned off. What do you mean energy consumption is still going up? This makes no sense to me. So I think they're going to have to fix this later because this is not in real time. Everything is dropping. Things are turned off. Things are shipping now. And this thing's still going up. So we've already found that there's probably a glitch in the matrix here. Right? We've probably figured out we've got a glitch in the matrix here. Or it's not moving at all. And we just can't scroll in tight enough to see that. I don't know. Fear index. It's better than yesterday. I wasn't even around for yesterday. I know y'all were watching the market without me. Let's see what's going on. It looks like our total current, the market cap still going down. So people are still exiting a little bit. No, hold on. No. Market cap looks like it's stable. When you zoom in, you got to zoom in real tight. But when you zoom in real tight, when you look at the days, X amount of days, you're looking from the 25th of June, it's not bad. I mean, it's dropped for a second, but then it came back a little higher than it was before, and it seems to be growing. So it looks like market cap's going back up, still going up, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. That means money's still coming in. We know where that money is, though. We know where that money is. What other news we got from Leo? Let's see. After years of ASIC manufacturing, Canaan expands to Bitcoin mining in Kazakhstan. So, okay. Gotcha. So they're like, well, we already know what y'all all want to do. Well, whatever we make, we're just going to go ahead and get and ship it right over there to you. Okay. So don't even bother doing it there. We're going to just bring it here. Also, so now mining manufacturers are already making the transition. See? They're already making a transition to other countries already. Investing in only Bitcoin is like buying only Yahoo in the 90s. Come on. See how everybody... You see how older CEOs that begin to get the tech realize, oh crap, this game is playing out all over again? I see it because I've been here. I was young. I'm old now. And I've seen it. I saw it go from, holy crap, that website turned into a multi-million-dollar what? Like Best Buy was nothing more than a website. That was it. It wasn't a big building. It was a website. That was it. Place that people were taking stolen credit cards and buying it so they could offload it on eBay. Yeah, man. That's what they were doing back then. That's why I said it was a damn... That's why I say if you got a Pirates of Silicon Valley, if you watch that movie, you start understanding tech. You start understanding the mind state of the programmers that run this thing. They run like drug dealers. It's the only way I can put it. They run like drug dealers, man. Like they're serving fiends on the water. Like they're trying to get through Miami. Like they. Do you know Adobe's developers daggone made holes in their own software just so that people would figure out how to get the software for free and bring it to work when they got out of school? They'd go to the corporations and say, well, I need Photoshop to keep doing the work you saw in my portfolio. Y'all don't get it, man. This is a hustle. We call this company Toxic Hustle for a reason. Like, I've been looking at tech and I'm like, oh crap, the world is toxic, but there's so much hustle. Especially when it comes to tech. There's so much hustle out here. To be just locked into anything physical is stupid by itself. Now we got a digital play that can complement our physical plays. We got to augment now to pad out the fact that we can't do 100% analog no more. Businesses can't do 100% analog. You better have a digital play. Ask MicroStrategy. That's why he keeps using debt, using his stock debt to be able to buy Bitcoin. Man, and so yeah, and only one thing is done. And I just talked about it. Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, now owns over 100,000 BTC with new purchase. He's taken his business debt and flipping it into crypto at low rates. My God. Massive trap in place for Bitcoin. Yeah, this is a bear trap. Because this is going to shoot back up. I don't know what they're saying, but I'm saying this is a bear trap. Institutional investors trimming Bitcoin holdings for 6 consecutive weeks, according to CoinShares. Do we believe that, y'all? Do we really believe them? Huh? I know I don't believe them. I think they lying. I think they lying. I think they lying. Right? Let's prove they lying. Boom. That's an institutional investor. What did this institutional investor do? They sold, then they went, then they bing, the 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 bing, and the bing, the bing, the bing. He's trying to get them to feel comfortable. Is he going to slam it down before the weekend? We'll find out. Right? So then let's look at the 1K wallets. Wallets that have what they're accumulating again. So what did they just tell you? Oh, they've been selling off. They sold off for a bit in the past. But they're accumulating now. See, they want you to worry about what happened. They don't want you to know about what's happening. Right? 100. They got 100 Bitcoin in the wallet. Oh, they're playing the Piccolo now, right? We're going to play Bart Simpson. We already know they are part of this whole thing. Bing, the bing, the bing. Remember the last step? Bing, the bing, the bing, the bing. Doing the same thing. They brought it right back down. See? They brought it down to this level again. Are they going to pull it down? Manipulation. Stop playing with us. Boom, it's brought down. These are the highest wallets. These are whale wallets. These whale wallets are playing with the market. Now look at what's happening to us, the one that, I don't have one Bitcoin, but sell off. Pew. They're still accumulating a little bit. And they're still accumulating a little bit. So look, we'll see what happens after the weekend. So we've done that. Let's go back to that BS that we just read, right? So, right? Okay. BS, right? We just saw that physically. I want to exit out. I actually didn't want to read it. There is more money laundering done with US dollars than anything else. Ask yourself how many banks have been pinched for money laundering. Yeah, okay, go look at your own currency first. All right, we're moving on because that's just BS. This right here, no, not happening. He passed, actually. He passed. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just skimming through now because I'm just seeing a lot of BS. They don't have no news today, y'all. They really ain't got nothing. Even the AI is struggling. There's a bunch of hypotheticals. Bitcoin plans a deep dive into crypto. Yeah, of course he is. We already read that. Explodes somebody on Coinbase. Somebody, a $20 investment to some million. What? $20 in Bunny. There's no coin on Coinbase called Bunny. That's a damn lie. There's no Bunny crypto on Coinbase. Hold on. Come on. Let's verify this news source. So I've got Pancake Bunny and I got Bunny token. Well, Cake's not on hold on. See? BS. Do you see Coinbase anywhere here? All right, so that's one. Well, let's see if it's the other, because there was two bunnies, right? So which one do we choose? We chose the one that had the highest rating. Let's go to the secondary one that has the lower rating of them. What markets is that one in? Yobit. So we just verified that there is no bunny on Coinbase. So this is a BS article. From who? Because I don't even want this news source no more. Really? Really, Daily Hodl? Really? Really, Daily Hodl? You made me want to remove you. We do better. Digital Euro promises to protect people's privacy. Digital Euro. Shackle. El Salvador. Getting into crypto. There's countries getting into crypto, into digital currencies, and they want you out of it, though. But you're already in it. You've got a digital currency. It's called the US dollar, USD. It's already on the market. It's called USD. It's a digital currency. There's USDC, digital coin, DT. But the one that's a taxable event in America is USD. And you can trade into that pair. So you already have a digital coin called USD. So, yeah, protect their privacy. Good luck with that. Top Chinese bank bans access to crypto. Yeah, I mean, I already knew China was going to do. I didn't realize their digital yuan play was in play. So now that the digital yuan is in play, the ATMs rolled out for their digital yuan in China. China has done a direct attack on the US dollar positioning. They have the petro yuan for oil. So they're not using the dollar standard for oil anymore. So again, China is shooting across the bow. As all these, the only thing America's going to have is Bitcoin mining, or whatever mining that comes out of this. US government is auctioning. Yeah, we already read that. We know that already. Yeah, we read all that. Grayscale loads up on Litecoin, dumps BTC and other coins. That's stupid. Sorry. I don't know. That's dumb. I don't think they did that, but if they did, that's dumb. Bitcoin bear market officially underway. Who are they? Because they are stupid. Crypto Quant CEO. So whoever you see, these people, remember that they can't call crap. Just remember that. Crypto isn't money. That's right. It is not money. It's technology. It's not gold. It's technology. It's a ledger. It's a database. It is technology. It is nothing more than a self-replicating database that pays its IT professionals to run the machines and keep them running. That's called mining. Right? We're not being cute with this. Just tech shit. So it is not money. A majority of crypto investors no longer believe in Plan P's big Bitcoin prediction survey. 100,000 this year. Don't care if they don't believe it or not. This is where it's going to be. Remember, scarcity is scarcity is scarcity. Scarcity is scarcity. Everybody's buying it. It doesn't matter how they feel. people are always going to be worried. And the news is also skewing to the bullish. So I'm not worried about that. U.S. Secret Service's most wanted list includes several crypto fraudsters. Of course, billions have been pillaged. Get them. Top crypto analyst says one altcoin set for 1,000%. Really? Let's check it out. Who are they? Who is he calling? I don't get a coin. Oh, XRP. You know, I used to hate on XRP. But then I found out you can program on XRP. And that the XRP ledger is a thing. Like programmable thing today thing. So I'm actually kind of interested in looking at XRP in a programming sense. Huh. So, interesting. Let's look at business, because there is some things in business I want to be able to touch on today, because again, we're looking at hyperinflation, right? I wanted to look at crypto to just get that done, because I'm not done with hyperinflation, but I want you to see that the news is legal. The information is no news taking us anywhere else. I'm just going to open up my two. I think that'll be it. Let's see. Powell testimony. No, I guess I didn't put nothing there. Is anything here? Oh, I'm so tired of it not caching the things that I cached. Really tired of it. I had some news I had selected, and it seems like it selected to not keep it selected. So, but I do have some tech news that I know I saved. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. When I told you that there are revenue streams on top of revenue streams on top of revenue streams, when you see this, what do you see? Right? What do you see? Do you see just somebody doing taekwondo? Do you see potentially a new gaming industry? Do you see potentially a new fight club thing? Do you see what you're seeing? Like, okay, what about what's going on with the fights? Like the Logan Paul and fight, right? What if you had like battles, virtual battles, right? So I want you to understand that there's another like Olympic level sport, right? So they're trying to come up with different new things that are going to be taking your physical body and controlling virtual objects. Remember Gundam? We already kind of have this stuff. I get what they're trying to do, but I'm pretty sure we're just going to be watching people flip buttons and Hadouken at each other. Or Halo and all that other stuff. So understand the esports side of this industry, that side of it, the infrastructure for the esports, right? The servers running the virtual streams. That's what I see. The infrastructure play. I always want to go infrastructure. So now I'm saying, oh, if you're talking about virtual this, what are the servers that this might be on? Who's going to be the virtual network to do that? Because we already know it can't be anybody that is on, it can't be Amazon, it can't be Google, it can't be Microsoft. We already know this. They can't scale like blockchain can scale. And we're getting ready for this to become the reality that we can do these things. So who's in position to get it done? Who's in gaming? Who's doing it? Those are things that I've already left in the Discord, some of those names. But this is proof, right? The stuff that I showed you in the Discord, this is proof that some of these industries are starting to announcing and starting to show you video. Robot-assisted surgery, putting the reality in virtual reality. They are using 3D basically as a way to test drive robots in a virtual environment before, so you can have a virtual operating room, you can have a virtual car. I showed y'all videos of this, so I'm just showing you where it's heading. So are you in a 3D engine? Do you know how to use a 3D renderer? Are you on Unreal? Is Unreal in your portfolio? You see what I'm doing, right? I'm putting the software that's to the titles to what your resume can pad out with. If anything, there's jobs. If there's more, there's business opportunity. Who's doing this? Is this rendered on chain, off chain? Where? See what I'm saying? Intel to adopt Sci5's new high performance P550 RISC-V cores with 7 nanometer platform, right? So again, I told you, we're getting ready to do a new hardware revolution. As they jettison China out, China's jettisoning us out. You're going to have new chips, new ASICs, running new things. That's new infrastructure, new hardware. New hardware being built for specific blockchains. New industries. Hardware manufacturing. That's why I'm getting into the Raspberry Pis, right? There we go. RISC-V evolving as an AI. Remember, there's a hardware shortage. Well, what happens when you can print your own chips, huh? That's what happens. You have a new industry. No code is coming in to everything. So, no code, low code. So what tools do that? Start figuring out which companies are using that and also put that in your portfolio. Toshiba breaks quantum communication record with 600 kilometers of optical fibers. Still doing fiber optics out in these streets. You need to. Hardline stuff. That's what I'm learning about my networks. I'm going to have to learn how to wire networks soon. So that, and then also wire them right. Wire them for security. Network security. Blockchain network security. Hey, who's doing that? See? Another coin, another tech. High density hard drives packed with graphene store 10 times the data. We're going to be looking, definitely got to get on my graphene plays on the stock market. I'm slipping. I'm still working on software, so I'm going to also look at business here. Oh, artificial intelligence. Yeah. I found some stuff. That might be why I couldn't find it in business. I put it in AI. Tesla supercomputer. No, I didn't. I already showed you this. Yeah. Showed that already. Don't worry about that. Let's see. Business. Food prices rise. See? Hyperinflation. Food prices rising. New York City installs first curbside electric vehicle charging station. Okay. I don't know why that's business. Credit access trumps rate level. Should you raise your prices this summer? No. See? Everybody's talking about prices raising in business. Now, this is the AI doing it. This is Leo. So it's talking about raising prices. So we're going to be seeing prices raised probably. Well, we always see prices raised in the summer. In fact, I know prices are raising now. Everybody's raising their prices. Hell, my girls raised their prices. Yeah, I have no choice. Every business raised price. Her where she's buying food, they raise prices. The shipping people are raising prices. Everybody's raising prices. So we just got to stop playing. They're going to raise prices. And that's, again, inflation on us. Saks Fifth Avenue splits off Saks Fifth websites. I don't know what that means. Don't know if it matters. All right. So now let's go ahead and do what we were talking about earlier. I'm going to just get into it briefly. True, right? And I know I'm not on my actual one, but Hyper Inflation. Oh, what we can do is actually use the seed video. I'm gonna show you why I leave my video sometimes. Is that what I call, what I do is I do what's called seed video, right? I take a video I like, pop them back into YouTube, right? So pop it in there, and then
I feel empowered. I feel like the Dimitri post.
Turn that off. Really did not want an ad. Hold up. Okay, so boom. So he's in here. So basically, like $22 for a donut. 32 for a donut. Like, imagine you went to the store and your donut was $32. Like, I'm trying to, like, you'll have to watch the video again. It's in the Discord. But he's like explaining, like he's going around. He's like, they don't have Visa and MasterCard in Iran, right? Because the sanctions. So, you know, after sanctions, basically their currency just got bloated. Oh, let me scroll up some. That's why I'm like, some of the stuff is missing. So a week, 500 to go shopping. Like, just insanity, man. And it's insanity. And then of course, then when you look and when you do that, like I put the seed word there, then what I look for is on this side, looking to see if there's any other videos that say the word hyperinflation. I know I thought I saw one, but that was on my other screen, which already kind of knows me. Inflation is like cocaine addiction. The Fed is hooked. See? They're inflating the dollar. They keep hyperinflation is already here. 2 months ago. So let's go ahead and use this term, hyperinflation. Right? Let's use that word. And also copy. Let's open up Google and put that inside some Google images, right? Just see what it visibly means for. Okay, that is what hyperinflation could mean is when you got to take a wheelbarrow to go shopping. Hold on. Boom. That's what hyperinflation looks like, y'all. Quadrillion. A quadrillion dollar exchange. That's what happens. That's hyperinflation. And you see these old pictures, right? Hyperinflation. And what we're going to do is look at it. Tools. Oh. Notice now. I'm noticing some things, right? Venezuela had hyperinflation. Zimbabwe had hyperinflation. Yugoslavia had hyperinflation. You don't think that these are countries that probably have some type of cryptocurrency thing going on now? Here we go. 14 million bolivars for a chicken. This is hyperinflation. This is coming to us every single time we keep printing money. How much was chicken 3 years ago? How much is chicken today? Go do that math. Pull up. Do you have an old receipt somewhere? Go pull it out. Go look at what it cost before and go look at what it costs now. Do you got your old logs from your shopping excursion? From your bank? For when you went shopping for a particular item, you go back and look. Can you just remember off the top of your head what it used to cost? I know it costs more. $12 chickens. Saying, I remember when a chicken was $3, $4. In some places, I've seen chickens for $12. $13. You don't think we got it already? And if you're eating cheap, if it's cheap still, you got to ask yourself the grade of your chicken. Because I know the more expensive chickens, the chickens that are cleaner and are healthier, I know they are in the $12 to $13 mark. Go into your grocer and look at your organic chicken. Look how much it costs. They were at one time half the value of what they are now. Just saying. As they keep printing money, cost of goods go up. Where is the money coming from? That's what we got to ask ourselves. Right? So, hyperinflation, right? So I do that. So I wanted to, let's try 2021. Let's see what hyperinflation looks like in 2021 on the internet. Let's see. 10 items to stockpile before the collapse of everything. So now this is another way that I do my searches, right? I always like to show y'all how I search as well. Like, I go into the filters and I'll hit this year. Sometimes I'll hit today just to see how many videos say something. So let's not even say 2021. Let's just say hyperinflation, period, right? And now let's go ahead and just say for the last hour. So there's been 2 videos in the last hour dealing with hyperinflation. Today, how many scrolls? 1, 2, 3 or 4. 3, 4 major scrolls. It's a bunch of scrolls. But this is today. And we aren't done yet. So we already have a lot of videos just for today on hyperinflation. So that lets you know this is not a small problem. Right? Of course, I made sure to get in there. Let's go. This week. We are not risk of hyperinflation. No, we're not risk of hyperinflation. We are already hyperinflated. We are already hyperinflated. The reason why we are is because we continue to print money and we don't have any way to pay for our goods. The Fed hasn't let the ball drop. The problem is we keep kicking the can down the road, as they like to call it. So they're trying to print their way into stability again, but we didn't print our way out of stability from 2008. We didn't fix that. We printed our way into this problem still, right? Then you got to go back and then look again, and then look at 2001 when they printed themselves out again after the 2000 crash. $2010 crash. Okay. So 90% crash coming. 2008 recession, bubble, Great Recession. See, people already seeing, they know hyperinflation, right? Hyperinflation. All right, so now I'm going to see hyperinflation, and is there a particular country that I'm trying to now look. Now I'm trying to see if there's any other countries. All right, this is what Iran. Somebody's saying Iran. U.S. inflation grocery prices, right? So inflation grocery prices, there's your search term, right? To start looking at the news telling you what's the deal. Hyperinflation. There was one particular country. That's Venezuela, 1923, Zimbabwe. We already did. Well, let's. No. I said Iran. We saw, right? Iran's hyperinflation. Trying to figure out who else countries. Let's just go plural and see. Top countries by inflation rate. Venezuela, Zimbabwe. So that was okay. So basically, what we saw on Google. Basically, what we saw here: Zimbabwe, Venezuela, wheelbarrow, Yugoslavia, Berlin. Why do I feel like Greece? Why do I feel like Greece had a hyperinflation moment? Why? Why? No, things over and over again. Brazil. Yep. So Brazil, Yugoslavia, Venezuela, Zimbabwe. So Brazil. That's what we got out of Google, right? Roller coaster of economy. They eliminated hyperinflation, but inflation has hit Brazil. Inflation on the rise in Brazil. So really, it's just going to be global inflation rates. Higher inflation, increasing interest rates. 1 week ago, the Fed admits higher inflation. So they're already affecting potentially futures markets, right? Inflation is starting to get really crazy and it's worse than you think. That's a week ago. I'm going to check out this one. The countries with the highest inflation rates. See, hyperinflation is already here. Printing money is not free. Every time you print money, you are inflating your money. You're ballooning it out of control. That's why we have to have something. What else is above the US dollar? So I've looked over everything. So now, right? So now you and I both have seen what we've seen. We know that they're printing money. We know that countries are collapsing due to hyperinflation, or countries' currencies are collapsing due to hyperinflation. We already know we're inflating. We already know prices are getting ready to raise this summer. Now I ask you, what do you have that will outpace the fact or the price rising that's happening to you? What do you have that's going to outpace the rise of everything that's raising its prices? Your dollar isn't going up. My dollar isn't going up, right? Whatever's in my bank is going to be going down. I'm paying for it. In some way, somehow, I'm paying for it, right? So, but if I'm holding something else pegged above the dollar, and is going and has the ability to grow past the dollar. So if it is already pegged to $1 and can potentially grow past that dollar, depending on what cycle it's in, first real cycle, second real cycle, third real cycle. So that's why. And XRP, I can't even say it has a cycle because now it will be in its first real cycle because, again, it's been a closed off thing and it's only having a programming language now. Same as Cardano is only going to have a programming language now. Ethereum's had a programming language for 2 cycles. This is the second cycle. Bitcoin, while it doesn't have it's been through 3 cycles. It controls all cycles. But any of these things that I want to program in, look, Polkadot. I can program. XRP is still 66 cents. And it'll be more as it goes. But again, if I can program in it. Solana, program. That's $30. Chainlink, program. $18. Polygon, program. $1.20. Theta, video. That's infrastructure plays. Notice how the top 100 seems to be lining themselves up for infrastructure or privacy. Infrastructure. That's EOS. That's the program. Sitting on top of a program. Finance. That is a program on top of a program. Program on top of a program. We've got to understand that we got to change how we do our businesses long term, because financially, if there is a rise of prices and your job, ask yourself, is your job needed next year? Is it needed in the next 5 years? Should your rates be increasing because you're more valuable? Or should your rates be decreasing because you're less valuable, but of course they can't take money away from you unless they send you home to work from home, right? So that's where you're seeing all the rates drop, jobs drop, right? So I should see in my news, because I didn't see it in what I saw there, so I should see in the news, I should see something about lower salary for remote work, right? That's just a thought. It's just a thought. I'm thinking out loud. I'm thinking in my business and saying, next year, I think that there's going to be more remote workers making less money. That's what I think. So I'm going to validate that to see if that's what the business people are saying, right? So let's get news up. Okay. They said they will leave if compensated less, 83%. But what you don't understand is it doesn't matter how you feel about that. Hold on, Shift T. Did I just close that out? Yeah, I did. Damn, I need to open it up. So, yeah, I don't think they get that one. Facebook says it will expand remote work. No. Here we go. Stripe workers take 20K bonus and, so you get some money, and a 10% pay cut to work from home forever. Pay cut over the long. I will give you some money up front, but over the long term, I can now get all new employees lower than you. I've now already reduced by 10% the top line payments that I got going on. And at the same time, as they factor out, I now can go underneath that payment number, because that would now be the max. I can go under that and say, this is my new starting salary from remote workers. That's what these companies would do and will do, because they would do that to me and have done that to me. So I know that's what they're going to do to everybody else. So no, you're going to see a reduction in work. So we got proof. That's one right there. That's daily news. All right. We do our work inside Morgan Stanley's offices. Should you move to lower state tax state? I know it's been said before, and it's not here. But if you move out of the city where you got your job, and you move someplace else during this pandemic, then you potentially, and you move someplace from where you started, and it's lower. Some people got lowered rates for moving. But now that job title is now in a business for a lowered rate. Just letting you see something. Because remember, the corporation is in the state taxed. Right? So it's filing for everything. So if you're out of state, you're a contractor, or if you're working and you're still an employee, they now employ you out of state to lower their taxes. So yeah, they'll lower you right on down. Back to work controversy. It says that to go to the office full time or face, I guess, firing. Oh, face a get back in the office full time or face a pay cut. We really don't want you back in here anyway. We really don't need you back in the office. Really? Especially when we start playing with this DeFi thing and these robots, these automatic market makers. We really don't need you anymore. But if you want to work from home, you better make money from home, and we're going to reduce your rate. See, we're seeing it. We're getting validation that next year, more remote workers are going to get less money. They're going to start trimming them down. They start with the highest paying jobs, and they'll trim it down. So I'm seeing in the news, next year, rates will be lower. So what am I going to do? I know that the cost of living is going to still go up, but I know rates are going to be down for a lot of people. So I've got to think of what am I selling then, right? I'm not selling you high ticket items. Not next year. So what's my business, right? Are corporations going to be really needing to work with me? I don't know. I'd have to see how it plays out this summer then. Right? So that's going to be what I'm going to do. I'll start working with clientele a little bit this summer, trying to see how the market may play out next year if they actually need me. If I see that the clients don't need me now, then they won't need me then. So that'll be me focusing then deeper into blockchain because I know what they're going to need. They just don't know it yet, and they might be 5 years behind. Cool. By the time you get there, it'll be more expensive. So, HR is coping with challenges with remote work, of course. Offshore workers are having a hard time because now there's more remote work. Gig economy, right? Oh, they're gonna start doing 4-day work week. They don't need you as much. They're cutting it back. Bounce back economy. All right, so I don't really see. I see, but I got some news. Lower salary remote. Salary. Let's see salary. Let's not hedge it. Remote work. Adjustment was one of the terms that came right out. So nah, I don't see why that church turn came up. Let's just see what they say. Companies avoid hiring workers from Colorado. Here we go. Mint, 1 day ago. Your work from home salary won't be the same as your office pay. Google's already making that trend. See, here we go. More companies are already saying, you want to work from home? It's going to be cheaper. Of course it is. Some employees are excluded. If they move offices, yeah, even if you move to another location, it'll affect your chip pay change. Yeah, Google is going to set the trend. Here it is. There you go. So if you want to know how it's going to affect you next year, Google is setting it this year. This is going to roll out next year to every other company. Everything's about Colorado. Hold on. Let me go minus. Hope I spelled that right. Okay, that way we're done with the Colorado situation. I don't really need that in my home salary. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Okay, so we know it's different in Google. Google case study. Everybody's watching them as a case study. Yeah, that's it. So Google's the case study. There is your case study. So we know next year potentially we're looking at more remote work. Potentially that remote work, if you decide you want to do that remote work, that wait, we don't know that yet. Hold on. Do we know next year we're gonna have more remote work? Variant. Fall, right? Because we know they got to promote their stuff early, right? COVID cases will rise and fall as Delta. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna keep this long because I know. Okay, so there you got it, right? So we know there's a fall variant. We'll know there's a spring variant. Then they'll run into a summer variant. So we got remote work still. All right. So there's still gonna be remote work. This is our new norm. And if you want to work remotely, you're gonna take less money. And if you want to work remotely and take less money then, and you want to move to another state so you can compensate for getting less money, you'll make even less money moving to that state, according to Google. But you'll still be comparable to the wage of that state. But don't try to move to another state to try to get a higher rate. I don't think that it's going to work the reverse. So whatever state you go in, you'll just stay put. All right? They're going to try to stabilize the state put. So let's just look at this. Told you it was going to dip this day. It did. I said we got another dip potentially coming here. We're waiting on that. Till that gets here, we really don't have much to talk about. We know they're manipulating the market, so trend analysis does not work. It just lets me know where we are, and I already kind of just know how Bitcoin breeds. So I know what I got to do. What do we know? What did we learn today, right? What did we learn? What's in your damn wallet? Hyperinflation. The coming reset is here. We looked at the news. We've seen YouTube. We saw what hyperinflation looks like in Iran. We know that it's been in multiple places. Brazil. It's been in Venezuela. It's been in Zimbabwe, where they're wheeling barrels of money down the street. Not in Iran yet. But I mean, they're still paying a lot of money for stuff, and it's not getting better. So what do they have to hedge? What does a country like them have to hedge against their problem? Do you think that if they put miners there and they were earning Bitcoin or trading Bitcoin, and the stores there were able to receive currencies in Bitcoin, or even if they had to convert from Bitcoin back into their local currency, do you think they would be okay? Now think of yourself like a country. Are you going to be okay? Y'all be safe out on these streets. Mahalo.